I'll show you.
My name is Dylan.
Necessities, the simple bare necessities, the bare necessities of life. How's it go?
Huh? I don't know that one all the way
Play
through.
some Sublime.
Alright. Some Sublime sounds good.
Bring it back to the West Coast, dude.
There's a train coming through, and I would take it if I could, and I would not lie to you, because Sunday morning soon will come when things would be much easier to say on the microphone like a boss DJ, and I'll walk upon the sea like it was dry land. Boss DJ, ain't nothing but a man, no trouble, no fuss. I know why. It's gonna hear the same song twice. It's so gonna hear the same song twice, 'cause I'm spending all my time adjusting stones and sticks. On the microphone is where I'm gonna get my fix, and let the loving get a hold of it. You're way too ready. I'm a funky, not a junkie, but I know where to get it. Ooh, and the days on the radio will never seem the same. Is that good enough?
This is Human Blockhead. It originally comes from India. There were monks that would street perform human torture acts, as they called them back in the day. But due to the knowledge of the sinus cavities, it is not torture, but still you should not try this at home. It is dangerous.
Okay, let me change my angle a little bit over here and get a little bit closer. Wait a minute.
Is that good?
No, hang on. Maybe that'll stay there. Okay, I'll have to hold it. All right, go ahead.
Oh my God! I wish I had changes. Could be dead.
This is a real nail. It's not fake, as you can tell by the sound. It's not made of rubber. It won't compact. It's a solid nail. It's Human Blockhead. spend like $5 on a sidewalk slab and get slight buzz.
Watch The Casey Waters Show, Sunday nights at 9 p.m. on URTV. Join me, your host, Casey Waters, as I present to you unique and useful insight into complex niches of philosophy with a Buddhist, Christian, existential, personal, eclectic perspective. Also, I present fantasy fiction of my own creation that relates to all sorts of attitudes that are interwoven to give you a fresh new perspective on situations. Also, I have book reviews on my show. I review books that deal with frontier quantum physics, UFOs, prayer, and other topics. Also included in the Casey Waters Show is fascinating graphic artwork by Judson Laird, featuring his varied styles of captivating art that are manipulated using interesting graphic techniques. So, don't forget to watch The Casey Waters Show, Sunday nights, 9 p.m. on URTV. You never know what will be next on this wonderful show.
Good morning. Welcome to the Pleasure Saucer.
Always Pride Theater in a crowded fire.
We're back.
We're echoing.
Yes, oh yes, we are. We're not echoing. We're feeding back.
That's right.
Okay, but I got it under control. Here it goes. All right, there we are. Yes. Okay.
So the wall's looking fine and dandy.
All right. Let's see what happens here. What do I have to do that? Okay. Look at that. Look at that.
It's much smoother, much smoother.
It would be really good if I could get it so that my shirt didn't do anything, but the wall did. That would be way in there, you know. And it's coming. It's coming. This is a much better key than we've worked with in the past. Oh yeah, that's going good, isn't it?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Okay, this is if I move this door. Oh, okay.
You gonna do the back of the door too? I know there's controversy over that.
I'm not going to. People have requested that white strip right there, and I might go with that. But that's going to be hard to light that corner if we're not getting any balance off of it. So, you know, this corner is hard to light anyway because it's recessed like that, you see? And being recessed like that gives me a problem. And if you take the bounce I get off of that away too, that corner's going to be that much darker.
Right. And then if that part goes away, that'll
Okay.
Roll it right up.
Yeah, okay. Well, let's see now. Yeah, you're on a mic. There's your mic.
I'm on the mic. Many
I'm
mics.
on a mic. I have a mic, and you have a mic.
I have a mic.
Okay.
My mic sounds nice. Check one.
Okay, I know. I may as well just sort of turn that one at you too. There, now you got a good mic.
You just have to say something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's kind of up to you to keep the party rolling now while I paint some stuff. What do you think? Oh, Badger will be back after he has his brief interlude and
Interlude.
Yeah. Well, you can see I'm excited. Don't you like my modern artwork?
Oh, I do.
There? Okay.
I do.
Look at that.
You gonna sign it?
As a matter of fact, I have. I was scheduled for the next piece that is scheduled to come up is one that you have been involved with. And this is not necessarily because you are here or anything. This is the piece that is supposed to be up at this time. You know, I think oh, what do I want to? I want to start it with this, and then later in the show I want to use this one. And sometimes I have it planned out, sometimes I don't. And this was one that was. Hi there.
Excuse me, I'm back.
Yeah.
Yeehaw.
I was out engaging in important conversation.
Oh yeah, with Jonathan.
Yeah, that was great.
Good. Good. I hope you all had a meeting of the minds.
Meeting of the minds, and we're pretty much in agreement.
I would think.
Yeah.
I think we're all pretty much in agreement.
Yeah.
Some of us. No, I won't say all. I'll say some of us are pretty much in agreement. And
Yeah.
some of us are just hopeless.
Some are
Unless you
clueless.
don't agree with me, well, they're just hopeless, aren't they now?
All right. If you don't agree with me, if you don't like me, you're just,
A hopeless
mindless. I'm so humble and lovable. I mean, how could you? And I'm so.
There you go.
And if you can't appreciate my humility, well, you're just a hopeless lunatic.
Well,
I was gonna say that you're. But was I on TV?
No, I don't think so.
No.
No.
No, oh no, I'm not on TV.
No.
No.
Good, okay.
So we couldn't read your lips even if we wanted to. And of course, we probably couldn't have read them out loud.
I know that.
So, but I'm really enjoying myself today. It's
You are or not? Or
I am very much so.
Is it a fabulous tea party?
It's a fabulous tea party. Yeah, we could use another crowd. And, oh my gosh, John, your hair really looks cool close up.
Some people tell me that. Yeah.
No, it was just all over the screen. It
I
looked
know
like
it.
some kind of alien growth.
I know. I see it sometimes.
I thought it was something on the blue screen, and it
Well, the way
was
it is.
Watch out.
kinda. Oh,
Yeah. I'm just having a ball, painting.
well, we could do that blue man thing with that paint.
I'm gonna do later on for an after two.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna do a naked orgy after two, and
Naked?
everybody's painted blue.
And so
Kira.
And we do blue screen on top of it of guess what? No, we're gonna have the
of naked blue people with color on them.
what is the one called? I want to say receiver or something extreme.
With the new one?
What's it called?
Ozone Receiver Extreme.
Ozone receiver extreme. I'm gonna do ozone receiver extreme, except it's gonna be blue screen. And there's gonna be people, but they're all gonna be blue.
That'll be great.
So,
So if they smile, that's you'll see their eyes, their teeth, and maybe their fingernails if they're not covered.
so
But you'll see like outline images moving around, but really
wow.
no real details.
Right. You'll have some aspect of shadow and images, but I mean, you'll have to really look to figure it out.
I imagine
That'd be
like
cool.
you'd have, you know, there are going to be some people that will really
Will
look,
really look.
just so they can.
Well, if you know what,
Be
if you have a
titillated,
shot
then
that makes
upset.
People really look. I'll consider that success.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's
Well,
right.
you know, when you get somebody to, you know, sit up and take notice, whether they like what you're doing or absolutely hate it.
Just
I
as
mean,
long
it's
as just as long as they
it's-
turn it on.
it's- Yeah. Right. Oh,
Yeah,
who
it's
was
like
it?
If a teacher can make someone in the class really think,
Yeah.
they have achieved something.
Right. And getting people to think anymore is getting more and more difficult, you know, because, you know, a lot of folks just don't want to think.
Yeah, I try to do that with my show. You may know that, Badger. Have you
Yeah,
done
yeah.
something?
Well, you know.
A lot of my reasoning. I'm gonna turn. I can host a show and I'll scream from over here. Oh yeah, I'm really loud. A lot of my reasoning for doing this show, people ask me, why do you do that crazy show? You know, and a lot of my reason for doing this show is sort of twofold. The two main reasons for doing the show is freedom of expression. You know, I believe in the freedom of speech.
Right.
And also, I try to educate conceptually. You know,
Right.
To expose people to concepts that they may not know that it's okay. There's something that happens when someone hears a thing said on TV. Then
Right.
it's okay to say it. There are
Right.
concepts that people don't know that they're allowed to have concepts.
Yeah.
And
Well,
and then if they hear someone say it on TV, then they know, oh, I'm allowed to think that. You know, I'm allowed to think. I'm allowed to say that.
there's another message from some flounder.
You'll beat me to it, but.
What, really? What was it?
It's another message from our sponsor.
Oh, yeah? You wanna, is it something that should be read?
I don't know.
I don't either. I just saw it come through the door.
Seeing you're the host, you're the one that.
And the messenger looked surprisingly like Gabriel.
Okay, here, take that and act accordingly. If so inspired. Well, I know, if he came in and interrupted it, we'll never get back to it.
Yeah.
Okay, start it off.
Great minds
Where we
think
at?
alike, don't they? As long as they think like mine.
Gee, I don't know. This sounds pretty controversial.
It could be.
You know, what's this all about critical thinking? I mean, that's.
I thought you were allowed to say things, I thought you were allowed to express about any concept and tell about any truth as long as it was, not obscenities or you were trying to sell something or, you know what I'm saying? That's why I say I like to have polite conversation around the tea table, polite and intelligent conversation around the tea table. I decided I didn't want to fight the fight of what you could say as far as some people, there are certain words that they say, oh, you can't say this word before a certain time and stuff like that. And I didn't really want to fight that battle because I thought there was a much better battle to be fought in the line of concepts that you could speak about.
Right.
You see, rather than the words you could use.
Right.
I'll leave that battle for someone else. There's enough people who want to have the battle about what dirty words you can say.
Yeah, like a dirty word. I think that just the concept of a dirty word is kind of bizarre.
Yeah, right. It is. It is. But there's enough people fighting that battle I didn't want to fight that battle. I thought that there were so much heavier concepts, like what is true evil? Is you know, is that evil, or is going to war and killing a lot of people? You know, there are evils that cause pain and suffering in people's lives, and
great many of them.
You know,
insane things. You know, like the chemical companies knowing full well that the chemicals they produce and dump in the air and the water and the soil cause cancer and birth defects, but they keep doing it anyway.
Right. See, so
you know, making millions and millions of dollars off the deaths of thousands of people. You know.
So I think there's a lot.
Yeah.
These are more of the type battles and I don't want someone taking me off the air.
Right.
For because somebody at my tea table said a word.
Right.
You see what I mean? Because that it's not. I'm not fighting the word battle. I'm fighting the concept battle.
Right. It's funny, you know, because one of the big words that we can't say is actually, you know, like, was the acronym? Is that the correct word?
Careful.
Yeah, for something else coming out of a Puritan society. And the origin of that word is, you know, comes from the Puritans themselves, which I thought was always hilarious. Of course, the Puritans themselves were scary but hilarious.
Scary but hilarious.
Well, you know, apparently,
scary.
well, apparently, you know, their concept was that you didn't really have to be pure, but you just had to appear to be pure.
Right.
So,
well, that's religiosity.
Right.
Like that.
Well, have you ever seen, or they made a movie, I haven't read the book, but I did catch part of the movie once, called A Handmaid's Tale.
And I've heard of that one.
Yeah, it's, you know, some future government of ours, and apparently the gist of the story is that something has happened, and the well-to-do elite aren't able to have children. But, you know, yeah, so they have handmaidens directly out of the Old Testament, whichever Solomon, I guess, or somebody, I don't know, whoever had this handmaiden have an offspring for him and his wife. And
well, there's a bunch. You want me to tell you about handmaidens in the Old Testament?
Yeah, there's a.
All right, well, we can start about the conflict that we see today between the Arabs and the Jews.
Right.
Both claim to be the sons of Abraham. Well, Abraham, sure enough, had a child, and he was, according to the story, informed that he would have a child, although he was old, and he was happy about this, and he did. But he decided, well, that his wife also was too old, so that's where the handmaiden came in.
Right.
So he had her handmaiden or whatever, and got this woman pregnant.
Right.
You know, and then the angel or God or whoever came back to Abraham and said, no, you klutz. You're supposed to have the child. This is I'm giving you the Jewish version, okay?
Okay.
The Arabs have a similar version, but on the Jewish version, he's told, no, you're supposed to have this child with your real wife. This is going to be like a legitimate child. This ain't just some handmaiden baby. This is like, you know, this is going to be your family's baby, and will inherit all of the land that you can see from the borders of, you know, blah, 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 and amber waves of grain, whatever it's called. And so sure enough, his wife gets pregnant, and so here he's got a pregnant handmaiden, a pregnant wife. The handmaiden gives birth first, and then the wife, of course, is jealous of the handmaiden. And the handmaiden's baby was the firstborn. But the wife wants her baby to be the
legitimate heir.
Exactly. Right. And Abraham, she has Abraham put her maid and the baby out, throws them out of the tent, and leaves them in the middle of the desert to die.
They did a lot of that kind of thing, didn't they?
They didn't die.
Yeah.
They are the Arabs. right? And then let me tell you, as that baby grew up, that mama told that baby that story every day of its life.
Right.
And said, you are the firstborn and the legitimate heir to everything that Abraham had. You are
Right.
the firstborn son of Abraham.
So he'd be upset.
Oh. And that so-and-so put us out in the desert to die. Okay? You're talking about the mother of the Jews, who to this day consider their lineage as being Jewish through their mother. If the mother is Jewish, the child is Jewish. If the mother's not, the child is not. Or, and there's a good reason for that, because you may not know who the father is, but there's a good chance you can figure out who the mother is.
Right.
That's what I think.
Well, didn't Abraham, or maybe it was another one, I'm kind of not up on my Bible stories anymore, but didn't he, wasn't he the one that went off to sacrifice his kid once?
Well, that goes on. That's part of it.
I mean, like God says, go up and slaughter your kid, and so he gets all ready to go up and slaughter the kid, but then God says
And he's
no.
like, hey, all right, listen, I gotta go slaughter the kid. I'll be back for dinner.
But apparently, the people that put the apartheid system into South Africa had visions of being themselves God's chosen, and that all the coloreds were the Canaanites or something, and so that's why the whole apartheid was there, was due to their religious beliefs. But in the Handmaid's Tale, they everything, of course, was illegal. There was no liquor nor pornography and this, that, and the other thing, but all the religious elite that ran the government had all of that stuff.
Of course.
And
don't they always?
yeah,
In the cabinet.
and of course then they would have these handmaidens. They'd have to go off into the countryside to capture them and force them to have children for the elite. And
Captured handmaidens.
yeah, I mean, it was really,
Novel concept.
yeah, I wish I'll find a copy of the book someday, because I don't think I've read that book, but I just saw part of the movie once. And
Good
I'm
movie,
not,
huh?
well, I'm not much for movies, because the movies are never as good as the books, and of course they
Rarely.
can't
Some
be.
movies, there are some movies that I think are better than the books, but it's rare. Yeah. If the book's
But anyway,
not good,
I
the
think
movie's
I
awesome.
think we're kind of, the book was rather prophetic, that, and especially in the light of today's situation where, we have all kinds of religious psycho-nuts writing all kinds of laws to make everybody that isn't their particular brand of religious psycho-nut substandard, illegal, criminal, whatever,
Well, all right. You don't agree with that? We have
Well,
places for people like you.
Yeah, prison, insane asylums,
Minnesota.
Minnesota.
And we're building more, so watch what you say. I don't know.
Right.
I mean, how many times have I got to tell you, Badger, watch what you say?
Well, eventually somebody's going to kill me. Somebody will eventually do that, and then I'll be dead. And then what? Will I care? I'll be dead.
Maybe you have more than one life.
Maybe, but this, I think, is my last.
Well, you've had a few before.
Yeah, well, I believe memory is genetic, and that the memories of your human existence are inside your head. And that you can access that, because they say you only use 10% of your brain. Well, some people use more,
And some less.
and some definitely less. Some people definitely less.
How we do on time, guys?
And,
It's 6:50.
6:50. I don't know if I'm going to get the wall finished in time here.
Well, you're doing a good job, kind of.
Trying.
It must be hard to paint and talk at the same time. You're chewing gum too, aren't you?
Yeah, and chewing gum.
He's chewing gum.
And there's no numbers on the wall.
No numbers.
No numbers. Paint by number.
Paint by numbers,
Yeah.
right.
And I know, but look what I've done. Without numbers. Whoa.
Yeah, and especially like the color and the movement.
Uh-huh. You like that?
Yeah.
That's my movement.
Am I a better artist than you thought? What are you laughing at?
I said that's my movement.
That's his movement. It's not yours, it's his.
But Badger, do I turn out to be a better artist than you thought?
Well, I would think that just the fact that you're doing this show, John, is a fabulous piece of art.
Oh, well, thank you.
You know, I mean, it's like just
compliment me
doing what you
more.
do. Doing what you do is, you know, a fabulous work of art. You know,
Compliment me more.
Didn't somebody say one time that they'd be better off watching a show that paint would dry?
It was. My show was once reviewed by Don Yelton's wife. She said watching my show was as exciting as watching paint dry.
Well, we're doing
So
it
I told
now.
Don, well, she must only watch it when he's on.
well, we're watching paint dry now, and
Is it exciting?
I think so.
I'm having a
more
wondrous
call
time. You know, I'm trying to think
This
for
is,
myself here and questioning the norm. And
So now the wall is high def.
High def.
wow,
It will be high def. High def audio. Look here, I have brought a thing in here. Where is it? I brought the high def article in here. I think it might be time to share that. There's enough time left while I get the end roll together. Can I find where I put it? It was in a box
well,
of
there's
China, I
a box of China under that chair. Oh, there's another camera.
The great box of China.
Maybe could you share that with
Oh,
us?
this one. Artists fight for new hi-fi formats.
We'll discuss formats and things like that while I dig out the end roll and get ready to run it.
Okay, well, at the moment, the MP3s that are available, actually the audio files that are on CDs and whatnot are pretty inferior. And there are artists here that they know a little better, and they know that the audience out there wants quality as well. And what they're doing is they're fighting for well, actually they're doing better recordings. They're going to get them distributed in a higher level. And people will probably like this more superior sound that we've been losing out on all these years. And there are many artists that are starting to gang together to produce to make this a standard.
Now, are they? Does it? Oh, never go. Go ahead.
Well, we're rewording. Now, if you probably never get to theaters anymore, right?
Well, once in a blue moon, I get to go to a theater.
Okay, so when you see their little ads at the beginning were for a theater sound surround or the Lucasfilms.
I thought you were
or
talking about theater. You're talking about movie theater.
Movie theater.
No, I don't do that.
Well,
Yeah, also mention psychoacousticresearch.us
which is
and high def
audio.
audio.info and high def audio high def sound.info as future places to follow the up on progress on this whole
Hopefully,
situation.
we'll be able to list manufacturers of true high def audio equipment that's coming out, or that it's already been manufactured and maybe they encode it differently and they get away with the wording of saying it's really high def and it really isn't. So hopefully we'll be able to list the newer equipment that's out there available, being manufactured, maybe been tested, checked out, and hopefully we can give you the true meaning of the way things are supposed to sound.
Yeah, I think that the joy of music has been robbed from us by the inferior digital formats that we've been enduring
Since at least 82.
How much improvement in digital things has there been since 1980 when the
Gee,
Leaps and bounds.
it's like
but
the
nothing's
difference between Pong and whatever those death rates, 3,000
we
or whatever.
listened to audio today from our CDs on the same format that we were listening to it on 20 years ago, no improvement, and it was inferior at the time. What am I'm trying to find these. Okay. So I'm trying to find the enroll so I can roll my credits.
Okay.
And all my things have not been returned yet to the, not all of my things have yet been returned to their,
Designated return spots.
Been returned to
The
them.
designated landing zones.
Oh, yeah. What is this?
So we're almost gone, right? Like a few more minutes.
4.5 minutes.
There it is.
So yeah, you know, anybody out there in TV land want to say goodbye to me, come down to the
Enroll.
Magnolia in front of City Hall between 2 and 6
When?
Saturday afternoon.
Today, Bill?
Saturday afternoon.
Okay. And they can
yeah.
say goodbye to you before you leave Sunday.
Yeah, I'm
Is that
leaving
right?
Sunday. You know,
What are you going to do? Are you going to pedal your bicycle back to Nashville, or?
I'm going to, you know, try to get back to Nashville and then spend a week or less there trying to raise some funds to make the trip to Minneapolis, St. Paul to reach St. Paul in time to take part in the festivities of the Republican National Convention.
Oh, you're going to go represent us. at the-
Well, I'm representing somebody, but
All right.
Welcome to the pleasure. Saucer. Shh. Good morning. Welcome to the pleasure saucer.
Always Cry Theater at Crowded Fire.
Conservami Domine quaniam speravinte, dixi Domino Deus meus est tu. Quaniam bonum meum nodem Christus Jesus ex mortuis, iam non mogitur, Alleluia. Mosiri ultra non Domina vitum. Alleluia, alleluia. Et testimoni